It is that time of the year again where we get into the festivities, and today I have the LEGO Kingdoms Advent Calendar unboxing. The LEGO Kingdoms Advent Calendar released back in 2010. It came with 167 pieces and retailed for $35 back in the day. I absolutely love opening these type of sets because you don't know what you're going to get, and for me, I personally don't know what is available within this set. The back of the box shows you how to open this set, which reveals a calendar and a playmat to display your Legos on. Now, let's get into opening. The interior of the flap reveals a beautiful box art showcasing the King's Castle. You can see the prison tower rescue in the back corner, as well as a catapult. And then seemingly randomly spread across the back of the box, we have our Advent numbers. And then down below on the flap, we have our village center with a Christmas tree, and that's where you display your sets from the Advent. I'm going to start with each day, once at a time, starting with number 1. We have a minifigure, and that is a blacksmith. He is well detailed and carries a hammer. For number 2, it appears we have a build, and that is an anvil, and as well as a furnace, or a blacksmith, of course. For day number 3, we have another build, and it's a weapons rack, presumably what the blacksmith has made for the Lion Knight soldiers. We get some useful accessories, a shield, an axe, and a spear, connected to a brown rack. And those 3 days combined gives you a miniature blacksmith shop. On day 4, we get another minifigure, and it's a Dragon Knight in armor, and he carries a flail. Unfortunately, I think that piece is now discontinued. I believe the Dragon Knights are one of the most detailed minifigures ever created, especially with this armor piece and PAM combination. On day 5, it's a build, and it's presumably a battle wagon for the Lion's Knights, indicated by those red color clips. Unfortunately, there is no flickfire missile, and it's a little bit top heavy, so it leans forward. On day number 6, we get yet another build. We get an armor rack, we have a chest piece, a helmet with a visor piece, and a plume. It's always great to make your Lion Knights into an armor knight. For day number 7, we get the Lion's Knight Queen, and she's carrying a green frog. I'm not sure the lore behind the frog, but it doesn't quite make sense since it's snowing out. Another really well detailed minifigure with red and gold on a dress. For day 8, we have yet another build, and that is the Queen's Throne. She looks quite awkward sitting on top of it since she has a skirt piece. It's a bit underwhelming if I have to say. I wish they went with something else. Day 9, we have a small build, and that is a treasure chest with some gems in it. Nothing too special, just something to complement the Queen and her throne. Number 10, we get a minifigure, and it's a skeleton. Nothing too special. You can add it to the other 20 skeletons you probably already own in your collection. The skeleton makes a little bit more sense when you see number 11, and that is a dungeon build. It's definitely the bulkier of the builds. You have a window piece and you have handcuffs to go along with it, and presumably the skeleton is supposed to be dead within the dungeon. For day number 8, you get an animal accessory, and that is a pig, and he has an apple to feed off of. I'd presume that you'd be turning into the ham dish for Christmas. Day number 13, we get a minifigure, and that is a Lion's Knight nobleman. He is a really well detailed minifigure. He comes with the classic female hairpiece, and he has a little bit of a cocky face. This build came with 3 of those swords, and those swords are quite expensive, maybe worth around $1 on the resale market, so it's nice to get 3 of them. Day 14, we get a build, and it's a sword stuck inside a rock, which is a nod to a Thorian legend. Perhaps that nobleman is trying to be the next king of the Lion's Knights. Day 15 is a build, and it looks like we have a target dummy. The target dummy comes with a helmet, an axe, and a little sign for you to swing at with your sword or shoot an arrow at. For number 16, we get another minifigure, and that is a Bard Maiden. We've probably seen this minifigure at least 2 or 3 times in the other castle sets. I'm not complaining because she's a great minifigure and is a great addition to your town. Day 17 gives us another build, and that is a keg with ale in it. The keg sits on top of a table and presumably dumps out ale into that yellow cup. Day 18 gives us some accessories. We get a giant black cauldron, an apple, and a couple of daggers. This is meant to imagine your Bard Maiden preparing food for the feast. For day 18, it's always nice to increase your Lion's Knight army, so you get a soldier and he holds a spear. We're getting close to the end. At day 20, we get a play feature, and that is a catapult. It doesn't work too well, but it's kind of nice to have. I struggle with it, but you might fare better, but it's probably because I was trying to film as I was shooting. 21 gives us another minifigure, and he's a Lion Knight soldier, but this time we got an archer. Day 22 gives us a unique build. We have an owl perched on a little tree. I'm kind of confused why we get an owl in a tree, but I guess we'll just have to see. 2 days left on number 23, and that we have a table with some potions on it and a little flame. It looks like it's a brewing station for potions. And that just makes me wonder what the next minifigure is going to be, as we see him on the box art. So for number 24, we get a wizard minifigure. This minifigure appears to be an updated version of Majesto from the 90s. If not, he might just be contained within the LEGO Kingdoms universe. Otherwise, he's a cool minifigure, a nice detailed hat, and just, it's always awesome to get a wizard. And altogether, you get a nice little study area for your wizard. Ideally, as you open each Advent day, ideally you're supposed to put each build on top of your flap that contains the village center. Here I'll show you how that can look. Thankfully there are days we combine together to create a set. For instance, you got the wizard set, you got a little queen set, you got the Bard Maiden set with her little cook station, you got a soldier set with their armory rack and all that, and you have a blacksmith set, as well as your dungeon with the skeleton. Unfortunately, I do not have the King's Castle, but I imagine that the accessories that come with the advent calendar will be a perfect addition to that set. Consider yourself lucky if you got this set back in the day because it has great minifigures and great builds. And like I said, it has great accessories to expand your LEGO Kingdoms world. I do have a video reviewing the LEGO Castle advent calendar, so please check that out. Was this set worth spending $120 plus brand new in the box? Absolutely not, but it was worth it just to show you guys what it looked like brand new opened up. If you want this set, get it used, it's significantly cheaper. If you're viewing this video during the end of the year, I wish you guys a happy holidays. That'll conclude the video. Thank you guys, have a great day.